when did it start again? You made an inappropriate joke on TikTok that was funny, it went viral. Say it! Yeah, man, say it!
So the film was rated T16. So I'll just go ahead and say it. Yeah, you're for now. Please express your emotions as you watch this 8 minutes and 57 seconds on the screen. And for those of you who managed to have gotten a manga, please DM me on Instagram and tell me your exact thoughts, because book 2 relies on your feedback.
Yeah, humble yourself. This other year's whole show.
That's what we call a frappati tapi.
My name is Tolga Charlie, and I am the creator of Jamaica No Ja Makai.
I am Talia Cespedes, and I am the cultural editor and voice of Gloxy and Jade.
I am Ethan Campbell-Reed. I am the cultural director as well as the voice of Kaito Takahashi.
I'm Jonathan Providence, and I'm the storyboard artist.
This is 3 years in the making. All started with a very lewd joke. Now that we're here, we have a whole 8+ minutes. How are you feeling, everybody?
I feel awesome. I feel great.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good.
It started off with an idea from you, and Ethan quickly came on board. How does it feel now that you've built out a wider group, a wider network of people?
Well, it's strange because to make a 236-page manga out of a 7-second joke is a huge jump. You know, we're talking domino down to knocking down an 8-foot wall.
What about for you, Ethan? Because you know where it's coming from as well.
Yeah, it's... Every time someone asks me about, one word to describe this project, serendipitous is that word, just happy accidents along the way. I never expected us to actually, get to this point. From the beginning, I never knew how far this would have gone. So to know that not only are we making a Jamaican production, but the respect that Toga has given to all aspects of this project is, what can I say? From having Japanese artists, Japanese voiceovers, to having St. Vincent animation. It's not just something that came out of one place. It's a whole multicultural collaboration that's telling a story here. So I'm blessed to be here,
Early on, you were a voice actor in the series. What led to the decision to shift to a Japanese voice actor?
Well, there's a difference between a 7-second joke and taking a production very serious. So a lot of people were scared that it was going to be me blaring out expletives and then me disrespecting Japanese culture in its representation. But as a creative director and someone who's responsible, I made sure to have every culture represented by someone from that group. I wrote the story, Ethan made it authentically Jamaican, and the characters are being spoken by native people.
Talia is the cultural director editing the female characters. And I'll give you an example. So the Japanese artists aren't used to Caribbean and black female character designs. They got the male designs pretty good. But for the females, they literally just changed the skin tone and that's it. So Talia would say, yo, that's not correct. Superior, posterior.
at the premiere, I did mention Ethan and I were writing the story and making sure it's culturally authentic, but the woman's touch and the understanding of a woman's perspective is completely different to how us men perceive it. So Talia's expertise was to bring in the feature highlights of Caribbean and Afro women, but not just aesthetics. Another important thing was one of the characters was trying to hide an elemental mongoose from her mother, and we came up with the idea that she was going to be shy and tell her mother that the reason why the door is locked, which it shouldn't have been, is her period came. And Ethan and I, as two men, thought, okay, so Ethan, how would she say it? And Ethan says, my red auntie come. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good, you know, Red River flowing, you know, let's avoid the word. And Talia says, she reads the script and says, what the hell is this? A daughter would not tell her mother, red auntie come. She would say, I got my period, straight facts. So having Talia on the team was crucial.
We're going to make them not represent you properly. I mean, we're Jamaicans and we're proud and we love representation, right? Yeah. So I had to ensure that Ethan and I stood our ground and we got the Jamaican culture to be represented extremely well, and Tolga allowed us to do that. So I just want you guys to know that all of this a Jamaican word.
Jonathan, you have the tall order of making sure all of this madness comes together and looks good. When you first got attached to the project, what went through your mind?
So Toga was looking for local artists at first, so he contacted me and I was like, a Jamaican project. Because I remember the video that he did and I thought it was a joke, but he actually was taking it serious, so I took it serious as well. So he gave me the script, I formulated the storyboard. And with critiques from him, we potted out the first scene in the trailer that you will see. And it was pretty good.
Was it an easy marriage of his ideas and your art?
It was not difficult, but it was
Annoying.
No, because Toga wanted this to be really good, and I wanted it to look really good as well. So his perspective with film and how things should be laid out and stuff like that, those are the little things that was put together on the storyboard.
Tedious work.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm in Jamaica, so yeah. Seeing what I did on a big screen, it was really good. I'm mainly the storyboard artist, so what you see there is what I did. But seeing it come to life was amazing. It's a great experience. In Jamaica as well, I had an amazing time with one of my friends who I've met a long time ago, but I never got the chance to come to Jamaica. But I was like, I'm not missing this opportunity because if I don't, I might regret it.
Let's go around the room and tell us how that felt, seeing people laugh at the jokes and get nervous at the parts and clock into the story. I see Ethan really over there trying to hold it together, so let's start with you.
So we tested the footage in Carib, days before the premiere. And Tolga revealed it at the premiere that by the time we were done, it's a group hug. And we were bawling, and I guess this is just from my marketing experience, being a content creator from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I understand marketing to a level that if I'm trying to capture the attention of my intended demographic, this has to be more than what I want. I need to tap into what my demographic wants. So I have to listen to my audience and understand what it is that they want. So one of the reasons why I cried was because this will hit. I knew it, right? So being in the audience and listening to the audience, and when they did everything according to how I expected. I'm glad I got tears out before, because had I been in there watching it for the first time, we'd have ball in there. I never did want that. So I got a bit teary-eyed before I went back. I said, let me just. Alright, cool. So yeah, man, it was a blessing to know that everything went according to plan.
The importance of the premiere versus watching it on YouTube, the surround sound, the crowd reaction, you won't be able to experience that when you're watching it by yourself, but it's still goosebump and emotionally moving. However, some of the technicalities were when the samurai pulls out the blade after requesting power from Jamaica, and he says, Zaimaka, and he pulls it out and it's glowing blue. I gave a 8 to 10 second pause of a looping animation where it looks incredible, because I expected the audience to be cheering, shouting, blaring, all the whole works.
Which they did.
Which they did. And the YouTube version, 3 seconds, pulls out, 3 seconds, and then he goes and attacks. So it's designed for an audience in the cinema. With the YouTube version, the same emotions, but a bit more fast-paced, because you can rewatch it over and over and over and understand it. Whereas in the cinema, you're watching it once, and to hear the next part, everyone has to be quiet. So again, extended to 8 to 10 seconds. All those were expected, and I'm so happy it wasn't a waste, because the crowd reacted as expected.
Imagine it would have been heartbreaking if you had waited those 8 to 10 seconds.
For nothing, right?
And then a big part of it, I just want to touch on before we move on, it really is a family affair, because your daughter voices
Beans.
She's Beans. Did you have to threaten her to be a part of it, or did she want to be a part of Daddy's work?
Mixed. So it was a negotiation tactic. I made her a fan of Pokemon, and that's our currency. Pokemon stuffies. I buy her one, she does some voice work.
The goal is to produce a series and get the entire project fully animated. When I was in Japan releasing the Japanese version, I was approached by a company that provides the 3D looking animation style, and they said, oh, we love the content, we love the representation of Caribbean people and black people, it's very niche. And I had to turn them down because it's not genuine anime. So I might have to go back to them, who knows. But, honestly, we are going full on anime. You're holding a manga, which is read right to left. And for those who aren't manga readers, but are willing to see their own country in a comic book format, please know we will have the graphic novel available for you on Amazon Prime.
No Man is an Island, isn't me? And I'm grateful for the Caribbean connection that we have here, isn't me? I'm grateful for this CARICOM connection that we have here. I never knew that all this would have been possible, especially, just joking around on TikTok, Having me as a cultural editor, I was blown away with the artwork when I saw Halfway Tree, and I was like, yo, this is beautiful, but the license plates are wrong. So yeah, man, we were paying a lot of attention to detail to make sure the right clocks on foot, to make sure the locks them nice, to make sure the uniform them correct, so. And the bottom of the big, man. Yeah, man, so I'm grateful. I was saying in the back, so I have a sixth sense, and I'm just going to share this with you. Whenever I click post on a video, I know when it's going to go viral before it does. And when I was sitting back there, I was like, oh, I'm having that feeling again. So, don't flop my show, please.
It's a lot more than just a book. It is our culture, it's our past. It's a tribute to our ancestors. There is so much in it, and it means so much if you really look into it, like past the things. Look at the colors, the color of the book. It's our flag, guys, come on. There's a lot of sensitive information, and if you read it with that thought and that notation, there is so much to take from it.
On that point, A lot of Japanese anime is inspired by their religion. It's inspired by their folklore. We're just doing the same thing here.
And if it did say Jamaica No Duppy on the front cover, a lot of grandmothers and mothers would just go,
Yeah.
done with that.
Yeah, true.